What if the last thing you said to someone you love was, "I'll call you later," and then later never comes?
What if you didn't even realize that a goodbye was the last until the silence after it refused to end?
This story isn't about death, not directly.
It's about something quieter, something that hurts in waves instead of knives. This is about a boy named Milo and the moment that changed him forever. Though no one noticed it happened, not even him at first.
Milo was the kind of person who always had something to do. Alarms, schedules, deadlines.
His phone was an extension of his hand, and his calendar was so full it looked like a patchwork of war zones.
But he was young, smart, full of ambition. He wasn't rude, just busy.
Too busy, especially for his grandfather, who lived just a train ride away and never asked for anything but time. Every Sunday, the old man would call. Same time, same soft voice. "Got a few minutes, Milo?"
And every Sunday, Milo had an excuse. Laundry, emails, a client meeting that ran late. "Next weekend, okay?"
He'd say, "Promise." His grandfather always laughed, as if to say, "Of course, you're busy."
"I'll wait." He didn't sound bitter.
He never complained.
He always ended every call with, "I love you, son. Take care of your time, it's faster than you think." Milo thought it was just a sweet, old man thing to say,
like a fortune cookie line. He never thought much of it until the Sunday the call didn't come.
At first, Milo thought he had missed it.
Maybe his phone was on silent. Maybe there was a glitch.
But then his mom called instead, and her voice was slow, like walking through thick fog.
"Milo," she said, "it's Grandpa. He's gone." Time froze. The clock on the wall kept ticking, but Milo didn't hear it.
The room felt suddenly smaller. Air got heavier.
He thought of that missed call from last week, the one he didn't pick up because he was at brunch. He remembered thinking, "I'll talk to him later. It's fine." But there was no later now.
There was no train to catch. No second chance. Just an empty chair in a house full of silence. He arrived the next day.
The apartment was quiet in the most unforgiving way. Not peaceful, just unfinished. There was a small cup of tea still on the table.
A pen beside a half-written letter. A book with a page folded. And beside the window, the old man's chair.
Milo stood there for a long time, staring at it like it would start rocking on its own. Like maybe, if he stared hard enough, his grandfather would appear and say, "There you are, finally," but he didn't. Because that is the cruel thing about time, is only generous until you stop paying attention. Milo sat in the chair, picked up the letter. It wasn't even addressed to anyone, just scribbled thoughts. Pieces of memory, and one sentence that hit like a punch in the ribs. "I hope he knows I never minded waiting." That's when Milo cried. Not the single-tear movie kind of cry. The ugly, shaking, snot-running kind of cry that no one warns you about. Because it wasn't just grief. It was guilt. Sharp, quiet, and cruel. He had spent so much time trying to build a future that he forgot to protect the parts of his past that made him who he was. He'd thought he had more time. Everyone does. Until they don't. But here's the twist, not the dramatic plot kind. The real kind. The one that creeps into your bones and changes the way you see every moment after. Milo didn't quit his job. He didn't move to the mountains. He didn't start preaching about time like a self-help guru. He did something simpler and harder. He slowed down. Not all at once, but enough to notice. He started answering calls even when they interrupted work. He showed up to dinners without his phone. He took the train to see his mom on weekends, not just on holidays. He stopped saying later like it was a contract, because he learned that time is not a line, it's a door. And sometimes you don't notice it closed until you are standing outside, holding the things you wish you'd said. Years passed. Milo got older. Life kept moving, as it always does. But he kept the letter, folded in his wallet. Every now and then, he'd pull it out and read that line again. "I hope he knows I never minded waiting." And Milo would whisper back, "I know. I just wish I hadn't made you." So here's the part that matters. The part that's really for you.
If someone's on your mind, call them.
Visit. Show up. Say the thing. Don't wait until their chair is empty and your hands are full of what IFS. Because the worst kind of loss, ISNT death, it is realizing you were present for every chance and still chose absence. Don't fall in love with later. It's a trick, a shadow, a door that quietly locks behind you when you're too distracted to look. Make space, make time, because the moments that matter most never announce themselves. And when they're gone, you feel it, not like thunder, but like silence, heavy, unforgiving, and final, because the time that never returns is always the time you thought could wait.